Today we're going to do something a little different. I want to put you directly into the shoes of someone who is secretly building a billion-dollar empire. It's this incredibly fascinating journey of stealth, of strategy, and of massive compound growth. We're going to break down exactly why holding companies are the absolute ultimate vehicle for building an empire.
Imagine this for a second. Imagine waking up every single morning, getting into the exact same old car, and driving to the exact same boring 9-to-5 job. To everyone looking at you from the outside, you're completely ordinary. Honestly, they might even think you're broke. They kind of chuckle because you wear the same simple clothes every day, and they might even think you've just settled in life. But nobody knows, not your boss, not your friends, literally not even your family, that you are quietly, systematically building a holding company, one that's eventually going to be worth over $1 billion. So, let's start at the beginning. Chapter 1, the ordinary life and the daily grind. Let's set the scene. You're 24 years old, working in a totally unremarkable office, and your salary is exactly $3,800 a month. Now, all around you, your coworkers are just eagerly waiting for payday, right? They want to blow their hard-earned cash on luxury sneakers, brand new phones, expensive vacations. That $3,800, it's a track for most people. But for you, it is simply your starting capital. Every morning looks exactly the same. You're stuck in this classic daily loop. You know the one. Coffee, traffic, emails, meetings. And then you just repeat the whole shebang the next day. Every Friday, your coworkers are like, "Hey, why don't you ever come out with us?" And you just smile and say, maybe next time. Because deep inside, you have a vastly different mission. You aren't trying to look rich to impress the people you work with. You're just surviving this repetitive loop to execute a master plan that's going to make you impossible to ignore.
Which brings us to Chapter 2, the secret plan and changing the paradigm.
Now, here is where the massive shift happens, the awakening, if you will. The moment every paycheck arrives, instead of buying stuff, you save it. But more importantly, you study. You start devouring books about the true titans of wealth, guys like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. You dive deep into the actual mechanics of holding companies, business acquisitions, and the sheer magic of compound growth. You are actively rewiring how your brain thinks about money, transitioning your entire mindset from a consumer into an acquirer. And during all this intense late-night reading, it hits you, a total game changer. You realize the richest people in the world, they don't just own one business. They own businesses that own other businesses. And that's when the idea is truly born. Instead of chasing just one successful company, you decide you're going to build a company that buys companies, a holding company. This right here is the ultimate blueprint for building an empire.
Let's move on to Chapter 3, building the foundation with your very first business.
Because let's be real, you can't just buy a business with zero cash flow. So you put your head down. You spend 6 grueling months intensely learning digital marketing. Every single night after your day job, you're up working until 2 a.m. No weekends off, no vacations, absolutely no excuses. You fully embrace the 2 a.m. grind to launch this tiny online marketing agency.
And it actually starts working. In your first month, the agency pulls in a modest $480, but you stick with it. By month 2, that grows to $1,200. And by month 3, you hit $4,900. Now, here is the real secret. While everyone else at your office is celebrating a raise by totally upgrading their lifestyle, you take a radically different path. Instead of spending that new money, you reinvest every single dollar. You are quietly accumulating cash so you can buy assets.
Chapter 4, the first acquisition. The empire truly begins.
Flashing forward on our timeline here, 2 whole years pass. Your digital marketing agency is now humming along, making consistent, reliable profits. And then, the opportunity you've been waiting for finally appears. You spot this small, local web design business that's really struggling. Now, where most people just see a failing company, your late-night studies have trained you to see hidden potential. So you make your move and you buy it.
And boom, this exact moment right here, this is the turning point. You're no longer just a business owner. You are a business owner who owns another business. Your holding company has officially been born. You've officially taken the leap from being just an operator to being an acquirer. But you know what the crazy part is? Despite this massive life shift, nobody notices. Your public lifestyle hasn't changed one bit. You're still driving the exact same car, still wearing simple clothes, still showing up to the office quietly every day. But in your private life, deep behind the scenes, you are laying the absolute bricks for massive wealth. Month by month, another business quietly joins your empire.
Which leads us perfectly into Chapter 5, Compound Growth and the Sheer Power of Ecosystems.
This is the core reason why holding companies actually build empires. When you own multiple complementary businesses, you don't just add their profits together, you multiply their potential. By cross-pollinating your assets, you form this incredibly powerful ecosystem. First, your marketing agency starts funneling its customers directly over your new web design company. Then, the web design company sends its clients right back to your marketing agency for promotion. Both companies grow exponentially faster together than they ever could have on their own. It is literally a cheat code to wealth.
And this highlights your ultimate transition. You've completely escaped the rat race. You left behind that old way of earning a single income, trading your precious time for money in that fixed 9-to-5 loop. You've unlocked the real power of ownership. You now have multiple income streams. Your money is working way harder than you ever could physically work. While your old coworkers are exhausted trading their hours for fixed dollars, your businesses are operating, cross-promoting, and making you money even while you sleep. So, let's fast forward a bit to see the real results of this strategy. 5 years later, your secret holding company doesn't just own 1 or 2 assets anymore. It now owns 3 highly profitable businesses. The ecosystem is absolutely thriving. And thanks to all that compound growth, your revenue crosses a staggering $10 million a year. Just let that sink in for a second. You went from a baseline of just $3,800 a month to a $10 million run rate. And the absolute craziest part of this entire story, this is only the beginning. One day, the very same people who completely ignored you at the office are going to discover that you quietly built a holding company worth over $1 billion. So, as we wrap up this, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are going to unpack the strategic playbook behind turning a $10 million portfolio into an unstoppable billion-dollar holding company. We're mapping out the exact investor mindset required to build this kind of massive scale. It's a journey that takes you from being a quiet employee to controlling an invisible empire, and we're going to break the whole thing down step by step.
So, let's dive right in by challenging a pretty common assumption, that massive financial success is just getting lucky. Think about this scenario for a second. 5 years go by, your holding company owns 3 profitable businesses, and revenue just crossed $10 million a year. Everyone around you, they think you've just been incredibly lucky. But, as we'll see today, luck actually has absolutely nothing to do with it. The real differentiator is a very specific investor mindset, especially when things take a turn for the worse.
All right, phase 1, the opportunity in fear, buying during panic.
Look, when the economy slows down, most people just freeze. Small businesses fail, panic sets in, and the masses completely stop investing. They run for the hills. But the billion-dollar mindset, it dictates that you do the exact opposite. While everyone else is frantically selling, you are actively searching. Instead of glued to the news and panicking, you're up late, spending every single night studying financial reports, looking for that perfect opportunity that everyone else is just too terrified to see.
It all boils down to this one crucial rule. Fortunes are built when everyone else is afraid. True wealth is generated exactly when fear is at its absolute peak. And, this isn't just some catchy phrase, it's literally the fundamental operating principle of the invisible empire. When the market is terrified, prices drop, and incredible businesses go on sale. But of course, spotting the opportunity is only the first half of the equation, right?
That brings us to phase 2, the art of negotiation, closing the deal.
Picture this. You spot a software business with amazing products, but frankly, terrible management. It's a golden opportunity. But there's a massive hurdle staring you in the face. The owner's asking price is $8 million. And you simply don't have enough cash sitting around to cover that price tag. Most people would look at that number, realize they're short on funds, and just walk away feeling completely defeated.
But instead of walking away, you negotiate the biggest deal of your life by getting creative. You bridge that gap by breaking the transaction down into 3 specific components. First, you put down part cash, basically whatever you can safely allocate. Second, you use seller financing. This means the current owner is effectively loaning you a portion of the purchase price, which you pay back over time. And third, you offer them a percentage of future profits. By stacking these 3 elements together, the owner agrees to the terms, and with just one signature, the entire game changes.
The result of that creative negotiation is pretty staggering. Your holding company now owns this fast-growing software business, and because you swapped out that terrible management, the metrics speak for themselves. Within just 2 years, the revenue doubles and the profits triple.
Almost overnight, this software company rapidly turns into a powerful, cash-generating engine that's going to drive the next phase of your wealth.
Moving on to Phase 3, building the synergistic machine, interconnected growth.
Once you have that massive profit engine, you start buying distinct businesses to create an interconnected ecosystem. See, you aren't just buying random companies, you're building a synergistic loop. You acquire a logistics company, and suddenly your shipping costs drop. That software company you bought earlier, it steps in and dramatically improves operations across the board. Then you bring in a marketing agency to continuously funnel new customers into the ecosystem. Finally, you add an AI automation startup to support the whole framework. Each company is actively feeding and supporting the others. It's like a giant puzzle where all the pieces fit together perfectly.
And at this point, the paradigm completely shifts. You've successfully transitioned from just holding a disjointed portfolio to operating an unstoppable system. It's a machine. One business feeds another, creating this intense, compounding cycle of growth that becomes harder and harder for any competitor to stop or even slow down.
Which leads us to Phase 4, the billion-dollar reveal, from invisible to impossible.
Building this takes a disciplined, decade-long journey. Think about it. It starts at year 1 with your very first standard paycheck as a quiet employee. By year 5, you've built a $10 million holding company. But by year 10, because you utilized fear in the market, used creative negotiation, and built that synergistic machine, your valuation explodes to $1 billion. It is the ultimate testament to compounding effort over a decade.
And then, suddenly, the veil is lifted. 10 years in, financial reporters start connecting the dots and begin asking this exact question. Who owns all these companies? Your name finally hits the press. The people around you are in absolute shock. The quiet person who never showed off now controls businesses worth over $1 billion. Friends who once laughed at you are now begging for business advice. Former bosses are inviting you to speak at their events. It's a total flip.
Finally, Phase 5, the invisible empire mindset, being versus looking rich. Here's the most fascinating part though. Despite the sudden fame and that crazy billion-dollar valuation, nothing about you has actually changed. Most people are absolutely obsessed with looking rich. They want flashy clothes, trendy items, highly visible success just to prove their worth to total strangers. But you operate completely differently. You're focused on being rich. You still drive a modest car. You actively avoid unnecessary luxury because you understand something profound that most people never will. There is a massive difference between appearing wealthy and actually possessing true, generation-altering wealth.
Because $1 billion simply isn't built overnight. And it for sure isn't built by chasing flashy trends. It's built by leaning on unglamorous foundational pillars, extreme patience to wait for the right deals, total ownership of your assets and your outcomes, quiet discipline to keep working when absolutely no one is watching, and perhaps most importantly, the ability to make small, smart decisions again and again and again. It is the repetition of excellence.
The world loves to celebrate a flashy overnight success story. But as we've explored today, true wealth grows quietly. It grows in the shadows, long before anyone else ever notices it. Keep that in mind the next time someone laughs because your life doesn't look super impressive on the surface. The strongest empires are often entirely invisible, right up until the exact moment they become impossible to ignore.
So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on today. Every massive holding company starts somewhere. So, what will your next financial decision build? Could it be the very first step toward building a billion-dollar empire that absolutely no one sees coming? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep building.